and welcome to this special program on NTV. I'm Devendra Subedi. Nepal and Republic of Korea established diplomatic ties almost 44 years ago, and they are very good neighbors in different areas of cooperation. It's our privilege to welcome His Excellency Park Yong-sik, Ambassador of Republic of Korea, for a short interview in our show. Welcome to the show, Your Excellency.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
How long have you been here, and are you enjoying Nepal?
Yeah, I'm very enjoying. Since I came to Nepal 7 months ago, I'm very proud to work here. It's very nice country and very beautiful. Also, I expect to see more beautiful mountains of
So
Himalaya.
you expect to see mountains. Have you ever traveled any area outside Kathmandu so far?
Only I went to outside Kathmandu Valley. One is the Pokhara in June, but at the time there is not clear pictures.
Yeah.
So, and then next I went to
Chitwan.
Chitwan. Yeah, Chitwan is nice. Wild animal
Yes.
area.
And this is now the weather is just getting better for tourism.
Yes.
This is the peak time for tourism
Yes.
in Nepal.
Yes.
So climate-wise, how similar is Nepal and South Korea?
In terms of climate.
Yeah.
So, yes, basically Korea is having 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Here, the not clear yet in terms of the 4 seasons.
Yeah.
But it's the I spend my whole the summer season. This is very good
Good season.
weather.
This is the best weather.
Best weather in the world, I think.
So, since you are enjoying it, Kathmandu, you are also expecting to go around in this weather. Well, Excellency,
Yes.
now we are in more than 40 years of diplomatic ties between
Yes.
these two countries. How do you see the relations building in these 40 years or 44 years so far?
Okay, so now this year, Korea and Nepal they established bilateral relations in 44 years ago. Since then, both countries have developed close friendship and cooperation in
Yeah.
all fronts, including people-to-people exchanges, economy and development cooperation, and cultural exchanges. Especially 2014, both countries celebrated 40th anniversary of bilateral relations. At this point, one interesting point to note is that our current president, Moon Jae-in,
Yeah.
visited Nepal twice on a personal trekking trip.
Yeah.
During last trekking trip to Langtang, he volunteered the rehabilitation effort of a school by the earthquake in Nuwakot districts. Anyway, I'm trying to best effort to promote bilateral relations and deepen the friendship during my term as an ambassador to Nepal.
That's so nice gesture to know that the current president is a good friend of Nepal. He loves Nepal.
Yes.
Is there any possibility that we can expect President Moon Jae-in in Nepal during his tenure as the president?
I hope.
Can you make any effort on that regard, Your Excellency?
Yes, he actually since he taking office, the both leaders of both countries exchanged the congratulation letters.
Yeah.
In the letters, both leaders expect the mutual visit.
Yeah. So they have already expressed willingness and commitment for
Yes.
mutual visits. Now, from your side, you can make some effort to make it a reality
Yes,
in the near
I
future.
hope, and I will
You'll make
do
your
my
effort.
best effort to realize such a dream for
We
me.
expect that
Yes.
President Moon Jae-in also visits Nepal as the President of Republic of Korea.
Yes, okay.
Your Excellency, now Korea is a very sought after, foreign employment destination for
Yes.
Nepali youths.
Yeah.
Many people go and work there.
Yes.
We also hear there are a lot of illegal Nepalese also there
Yes.
residing, but it's a very popular destination.
that's right.
And are there any plans to expand the quota in the EPS or any other way you can increase the foreign employment quota for developing countries or the neighbor like Nepal under the EPS in near future?
Okay, I'm explain. So Korea's employment permit
Permit system,
system
yeah.
is a learning on a government-to-government basis. It means that EPS very transparent.
Yeah.
So we are trying to remove all kind of corruption during the process,
Yeah.
the selection and sending process. That's why EPS has been received very well in the international community. Especially, EPS was awarded in the UN Public Service Award in 2011 for its achievement in preventing and combating corruption in public service.
Yeah.
But Nepalese workers very highly regarded in Korea
Yeah.
due to their diligence, disciplines, and especially excellent English and Korean language abilities. Therefore, last year, Nepal ranked the second rank.
In the number of
Yeah.
people under EPS.
Yes.
That stands at around 47,000,
Yes,
I believe.
that's right. Yes.
Is there a possibility that could go up in near future?
Yeah, actually, any countries the foreign workers number are decided by some supply and demand in their
Yeah,
labor
yeah.
market, and as well as the overall the economic situation. But as I already mentioned, Nepalese workers now preferred by Korean employers. So I believe that the Nepalese workers' demand will continue to expand. So
And,
it's-
and let's also hope that the Nepalese workers' track record, as you said, Your Excellency, as a
Yes.
very good, they are very good at learning the foreign language, the
That's
Korean
true, that's
language,
true.
and their track record is very good, and
Yeah, that's
loyal
true, yeah.
workers, it remains the same.
Yes.
So that we can see a rise in the quota in the EPS system, which at the moment, to
Yes.
let our viewers know, is around 47,000,
Mm-hmm.
and we expect, according to His Excellency, it's likely that if the track record remains the same and the demand from Korea, if it increases, we can have a higher demand as well. So EPS is always is like a lot of people. We are all seeing that the exam centers have to be as big as stadiums. That is the interest of people who want to go to South Korea. Well, how do you think this EPS is contributing, Your Excellency, to the bilateral ties? This is a system that's pretty much working between the two countries. Is it also contributing to strengthen the bilateral ties?
Yes. So first of all, I like to point out that the Korean government really appreciates the contribution made by the Nepalese workers to Korean economic development. I'm very appreciate again. Also, I'm very interested in industrial technology transfer. Actually, I recently had a chance to meet the members of UNCUR. UNCUR is the organization of Nepalese workers who has returned from Korea. Most of the UNCUR members spent about 5 years
Yeah.
in various working in various industries.
Cities and
Yes,
industries of Korea.
That's
yeah.
true. They wanted to make use of their skill and technology which they have learned in Korea to contribute to the development of the Nepal. So I am focusing the industrial transfer, technology transfer is as one of priority of my work as
right.
ambassador.
So through that organization, you want to contribute in technology transfer.
Yes.
Because, it's a high-tech country.
Yes,
South
that's true, yeah.
Korea, as we know, is very, very technology friendly. Even the people are, and that would be one benefit that Nepal can take from Korea.
So I would like to add one more point. Nowadays, is Korea, KOICA.
Yeah, Koika.
KOICA already implementing some technology transfer programs. We will expand such kind of efforts to accommodate more demand in industrial technology transfer.
So through Koika, to
Yes.
let our viewers know, the Republic of Korea, or South Korea, that's how we know it, has been contributing to Nepal through Koika in basically two different fields. One, grant aid, and another is the technological assistance. And through Koika, it has been working in that area. Now, going back to another industry, tourism is a big industry in Nepal.
Yes.
We basically rely to earn foreign currency through tourism, Your Excellency. And South Koreans are pretty much fun-loving people who love to travel around the world. But why we have not been able to attract much of South Korean tourists so far?
No, it's
How can we do that?
okay. I will
And
explain.
we also have direct air contact also.
Yes. Nowadays, is the direct flight between Kathmandu and Seoul is 4 times
Yeah,
a week, but there is expanded from 3 times a week. Why? Nowadays, is more and more Korean tourists.
Okay, that just indicates that it's increasing.
Yeah, that's right.
But since our motto is to attract a lot more tourists than what we are doing at the moment.
Yes.
Do you think we can attract more South Korean tourists in near future?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But what should we do for that?
First one, I say, to attract more Korean tourists, I think it will helpful to improve the tourism infrastructure and service in Nepal. Well, for example, many Koreans
Yeah.
go trekking,
Yeah.
but sometimes they face difficulty in foods
Yeah.
and lodging.
Yeah.
So it's some facility on the better food maybe is helpful
Yeah.
to attracting more.
So the
tourists.
first point, Your Excellency, is
Yes.
to improve the tourism-related infrastructures.
That's true.
Better
Yes.
hotels, better places, good services.
Yes.
Any other areas that we can work on to attract more South Korean tourists?
So actually Nepal has very big advantage of natural,
Yeah.
the beautiful sea, the scene, but always the people are not always focusing only one area for the natural view.
Yeah.
Nepal needed to further develop the useful entertainment, likely the very young people also is likely to have some more further entertainment. So entertainment or sports is other area for require further improvement here.
Yeah. So all infrastructure related to tourists must
Yes,
be improved.
must
For
be.
example, somebody goes to trekking for a day,
Yes.
would love to do some other activities by the
Yes,
side.
that's
So we
true.
need to put those infrastructure
Yes.
first. Well, we hope our authorities are listening. This is His Excellency Park Yong-sik speaking about what South Koreans expect out of Nepal's tourism infrastructures, so that we can increase our call for tourists from South Korea.
So one thing to add is that Nepal's infrastructure in tourism is now improving.
Yeah.
So this year, maybe the Nepal will be able to achieve the target of hosting 1 million foreign tourists this year. This is good indication.
And we expect
Yes.
more than 25% of them would be South Korean.
Yeah, I know that. So I'm very hope that this country is very proud of a big and beautiful natural scene. So
Yeah.
it's 5 million or 10 million is possible. That is my
So we need to
opinion.
improve certain areas
yes,
there.
that's true.
Well, now let's move on to another sector of cooperation, Your Excellency. Now, mutual cooperation has always been high on the agenda of bilateral relations in developing countries like Nepal. There are many projects like Republic of Korea is carrying out through COECA. Can we attract Korean investors in Nepal's infrastructure development?
Yeah. So I believe that there is a great potential to attract Korean tourists to Nepal in many areas, such as hydropower, tourism, or infrastructure. Actually, many foreigners point out the political stability is required to provide the better foreign investment environment.
Yeah.
Now the Nepal political situation will be more stabilized after
Especially after the elections.
Yes, that's true. Also, Nepal's government trying best effort to improve its environment already. So I hope more Korean
Investors.
investments come to Nepal. But I I'd like to point out one project. There is the traditionally one hydropower
Yeah.
project. One Korean company named Korea Southeast Power Corporation is now currently negotiating power purchase agreement with NEA.
Okay.
So many Korean investors consider this traditionally one hydro project is a signal to whether the investment environment is Nepal is favorable
yeah.
to Korea or not. So I hope that this PPA negotiation will be completed and the construction will start soon, as well as soon as possible.
So, Your Excellency, you're talking about the Upper Trishuli 1 hydropower
Yes,
project,
that's
where the
true.
Korean company is
Yes.
trying to negotiate a power purchase agreement with
That's right.
Nepal Electricity Authority. Well, in case that happens, that shows how much interest the Korean investors have in Nepal's hydropower sector. Why only hydropower, Your
No,
Excellency?
I mentioned already other area. So Korea is proud of manufacturing industry.
Okay.
So very, according to any standard, Korea is one of the manufacturing center in the world.
Yeah.
So they have a very technology and capacity to investment in manufacturing sector.
Yeah.
So manufacturing sector also another area. Also your tourism, or also the agriculture, especially
yeah.
agricultural processing industry is very promising.
Promising here.
Yes.
Yeah. And if we can do outsourcing for some Korean companies here, that might
Yeah.
come, the production cost also might come cheaper as well. So you also see that as a possibility, Your Excellency.
Yes.
Well, we hope all these possibilities one day come to a reality, because there are a lot of areas of cooperation and a lot of things that we can learn from Republic of Korea, which is one of the richest countries in Asia and one of the affluent countries in Asia. Well, yes, Your Excellency, as you said, there is room. There is always room for foreign investors to come and invest in Nepal. But there are certain factors. We talk, yes, we listen this from the policy makers of Nepal, that the environment is getting better. I invite the investors, they say. But somehow or the other, there are some other hindrances that have stopped foreign investors to come in Nepal. What do you think are those hindrances?
Okay.
Apart from the political stability that you have already mentioned.
Okay. So firstly, I would like to point out that Nepal will require huge investment
Yeah.
in order to achieve the becoming middle income country by 2030. So further improvement in foreign investment environment is very needed,
Yeah.
or required. So I would like to 2 points. One, firstly, Nepal needed to look at the current investment data.
Yeah.
Too much relying on two neighboring countries. So I hope that the third countries, except two neighboring
Two
countries,
immediate neighbors.
yeah, immediate neighbors, will come to Nepal to invest. That's my hope.
Is it a sort of dissatisfaction that Your Excellency is expressing here, that Nepal is a bit too much reliant on two
No,
immediate
no.
neighbors?
No. Nepal has to make use of the
Yes, of course.
immediate neighboring countries' ability to invest here. There is a key and the major advantage for Nepal. So I'm not.
I understand that, Your
Yes.
Excellency. For example,
Yes.
the energy produced in this country, the one who can purchase by geographical proximity is also the
That's
two
true.
immediate
That's true.
neighbors.
Yes.
Yes, a Korean company can come and produce the electricity here,
Yeah.
but to generate money out of that, somebody has to buy it.
Yes.
And only the immediate neighbors have that capacity,
Yeah, that's
geographically
true.
speaking.
That's true. That's true.
That's quite a point you have made here, Your
Yes.
Excellency.
Yeah.
Nepal got to make use of the two immediate neighbors,
That's true.
their progress,
Yes.
their investors,
Yes.
to a higher level.
Yeah, that's right.
A point to be noted.
Yeah.
And then now, Your Excellency, this is quite a statement, because this is something that we have been seeing. Of course, most of the foreign investors in these countries are from the immediate neighbors,
Yeah.
but there's still more areas to be done on that. Well, let's move on to another aspect of exchange, Your Excellency,
Yes.
through sports.
Yes.
Sports is a mean
Yeah.
for how much do you think sports can be a means for exchange at the public level between the two countries?
So it's actually the Nepal and Korea like to see sports, but
Yeah.
this area or sports event is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Actually, basically, Koreans like to play or watch the baseball or soccer.
Yeah.
But soccer is also popular here.
Yeah.
But also cricket is very popular in Nepal.
Yeah.
So little bit different, but I hope that one of the big area is the taekwondo.
Yeah, taekwondo,
Yeah,
where the
taekwondo.
headquarters are in Korea.
Yeah, that's true. Also, coming Asian Game next year in Jakarta and
yeah,
Palembang.
yeah.
Also, early 2019, the soccer game will be held in Nepal.
Kathmandu, yeah.
So taekwondo is most promising athletes, which Nepal get gold medal, silver medal,
Yes,
bronze medal.
yes.
So taekwondo is provide good sports to exchange the sports as well as to promote the friendship among the people of both countries.
This is a point to be heard by those people, the authorities of the sports area. According to His Excellency, Nepal can get some inputs from South Korea in taekwondo, which is the headquarters
Yes.
in South Korea, of course, and Nepal, probably the best medal prospect is taekwondo. Not only in SAARC games, Your Excellency, even in the Asian games, the medals have so far only come from taekwondo for Nepal.
Yes.
Well, it was a proud moment when a Nepali cricketer was appointed as the women's team's head coach of South Korea recently. So that was another proud moment. Of course, cricket is not a popular game in South Korea as much
Yes.
as it is in Nepal. Now, Republic of Korea is hosting the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics
Yes.
in February next year.
That's true.
How are the preparations going on?
It's now we are final stage of preparation the Olympics. So the 2018 Winter Olympic Games will be held in Pyeongchang. Pyeongchang is a very mountainous city located 160 kilometers from Seoul. But the Pyeongchang Olympic Games will be biggest Winter Olympic Games yet, with over 100 gold medals on offer, and over 50,000 people will participate in the event as athletes, officials, and media personnel. Korean government is best efforts to make the Pyeongchang Olympic a game of peace and to send out the Olympic message of peace, unity, and cooperation.
Peace, unity, and cooperation.
Yes. So, also Olympic Games as one of a platform to promote bilateral the friendship between Korea and Nepal. As I said earlier, Korean the hydropower
Yeah.
the company COSEP decided to support Nepalese athletes competing in alpine and cross-country ski events. Actually, few weeks ago, I met the chairman of NOC.
Mr. Jivan Ram Srestha.
Yes, and then discuss how many the Nepalese the winter sports the player are now here.
Yeah.
And then he said the 2 or 3 Nepalese ski player will attend the Pyeongchang Olympic Games. I hope the Nepal players will make effort to showcase their skills.
And also we hope that Nepal is a mountainous country. We still have a lot of scope for winter games, but
Yes.
apart from ski,
Yeah.
not much of interest in winter games. Isn't that, let's say, unsatisfying? The only game that we have participated in the winter games is ski so far. We have not been able to explore other games.
But in Korea also actually the ski or other winter sports not excellent in Korea before, but we are concentrate in the short track. Short, if you have the facility, then even the Nepal enhance and promotes the short tracks. So maybe not next year, but over the in the future of 8 or 12 years ahead,
Yeah.
Nepal is a good chance to showcase their ability
In winter games.
in winter games.
Well, so at the moment, you are at the promotional stage of the Winter Olympics.
Yes.
We hope that the game becomes the biggest Winter Games Olympics so far.
Yes.
We expect the success of the games. Thank you, Your Excellency, for your
Yeah.
time and for your thoughts.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your effort to come to our studios and give us your time. Anything at the end of the interview? Anything you would like to share with our viewers?
Today's the discussion is very useful for me to show how the Korean government is sincere to developing bilateral relations between Nepal and Korea. During my term, I will best effort to show and how the rapidly bilateral relations will go forward.
Yeah.
So the your 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 media is very play an important role to bridging the promoting bilateral relations.
Yeah.
I hope that your press, your media is frequently report regarding Korean situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Okay.
Well, we just had a conversation with Park Yong-sik, His Excellency, Ambassador, Republic of Korea. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, from all of us here, bye-bye and namaste.
Namaste.